Welcome to the Falcon FlyZone on Rock 95.1 FM. I'm Angel Garcia, and thank you for joining us this week for your local collegiate sports show where we will be talking UTPB Falcons and Lady Falcons on behalf of student-created, student-powered, on-campus multimedia radio station MyFalconRadio. We would like to thank everyone at Rock 95.1 for their continued support as we look forward to many more Falcon Fly Zones and the opportunity to showcase UTPB sports. This week's show will feature the voice of UTPB Sports, Robert Hicks, and media coordinator for Falcon Sports, Jefember Villila. Hicks and Villela will chat about Falcon Sports, followed by an interview with tennis team captains Fernanda Orona Caio Aguiar. Now, here's Hicks and Villela serving you on the Falcon Fly Zone. Take it away, guys.
Good morning, Falcon fans, and welcome back to the Falcon Fly Zone. As always, I'm your host, Robert Hicks, on air today with old friend Jefember Villila back to join us after a few weeks.
How we doing, West Texas? I missed y'all.
And it's good to hear from him. Good to have him back.
Good to be back.
So what are you doing over spring break?
Studying and being a responsible college student, Rob.
Anyway, we got a few things today on our show to talk about. First of all, just basketball season has come to an end, as we know. We talked about that last week, but it's still not really over because things keep popping up.
Awards keep rolling in.
Some good things, and even as the season, because March Madness is still underway, and more things are sure to come once the season culminates as a whole. And then we'll mention, should I say, the football is coming back.
Now, you know you're going right up my alley, Rob. But yes, that is true, folks. This upcoming week, this Tuesday, 6 a.m.
I'm sure you're ready for the smell of the grass and the pads and the dirty laundry.
Oh, baby.
And then, of course, we'll move on to, we're going to have a little tennis special talking to a couple of the captains. So without further ado, let's introduce this basketball. Tell us a little about what's going on in the world of basketball for us.
We actually got Coach Newman. He was recently nominated for Coach of the Year by HeroSports.com, I believe. Yeah. And when I saw it, when I was given the information, I immediately put it out there. We only had 2 days to vote, Rob. But luckily we put it out there through Falcon Radio and through our personal pages, sharing it on Facebook. And Coach is up to, I believe, over 300 votes.
Really? And that's a fan voting system, correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
I believe there's some postage about it on our social media sites.
Yes, UTPB Athletics was actually kind enough to share it on their page as well. So it's all over the place. Facebook, the UTPB Athletics page, all over the place. For the regular season, Coach did receive Coach of the Year. Deshaun did receive Player of the Year. Yep. Deshaun did receive Player of the Year post-season as well. Deshaun had an amazing season, folks.
Yep. Let's go into football. We got the practices coming up. What can you tell us about?
From personal experience, these spring games are actually very, very exciting. And I think the most exciting part that has hit us as a staff, of course, I can't speak for everybody on the coaching staff, but me personally, when we film these spring games, Rob, we cannot accommodate everybody that shows up. I mean, people are standing to watch this game all around the field. And going back to my time in Dallas, it reminds me a lot of what is described as the Senior Bowl for these college athletes. And that's where everybody's around this field watching us play a spring game. This isn't even fall. These games don't even count yet, but the support that we get out here is absolutely incredible. The bleachers never hold everybody. There's always people all over the field. There are people even right behind me.
And look at where you are. You're in the home of Friday Night Lights.
Exactly.
They wrote a book and a movie, and, a TV show was inspired by the support for that game in this area. And our reach is stretching because we're getting kids from all over the state now.
Yeah.
And
all state players, all district players.
Now, Hicks and Petra Reyes chat with Caio Aguiar, the men's tennis team captain.
Thank you, Angel, and welcome, Falcon fans. I'm here with a very interesting guy, Caio Aguiar, the captain of the men's tennis team at UTPB. Very interesting guy, a leader of the campus itself, as well as the sports program, and an overall just admirable guy. And also alongside here, I've got Petra Reyes helping me with the interview. She's also in the studio. Petra?
Hi, I'm happy to be here at Rock 95.1 for another edition of Falcon FlyZone. Thanks for having me, Robert.
It's always good to have you, Petra. And so, Caio, you've been with this program for 4 years now. Tell us a little about yourself, where you come from, and why are you here at University of Texas Permian Basin?
I'm from Brazil. Yeah, I have been here for quite a long time now, about to be done. And the main reason why I came here was to experience a new culture, and of course, play for the tennis team as well.
Awesome. And you say you're from Brazil. What part of Brazil?
I'm from Minas Gerais. That's the name of the state.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce that.
It's border with Rio and São Paulo, so I bet you know these places. So.
Okay. Sao Paulo. I know that.
Okay.
They have when they had the World Cup there a few years ago. I remember that being one of the featured cities.
It was.
Yep. And so, take us back to what that was like kind of growing up in Brazil. I guess you got into tennis at a young age, I imagine, and how that kind of developed you into who you are today and ending up in the deserts of West Texas.
Yeah, I did start playing very young. Actually, I used to play soccer before I played tennis.
Okay, like everybody else.
Yeah. And about when I was 9 years old, that's when I started playing tennis and fell in love with the sport. And it definitely has changed many things in my life and leading to what I am today. When I was 16 years old, that's when I figured out I wanted to come to the United States. I had been playing competitive tennis for a long time, thought about following a professional career, but when I studied a little bit what was coming to the U.S., the opportunity that they give you for playing for university while giving you scholarship, that's when I made my decision, and I don't regret it at all.
That's a good idea. I mean, you're here for an education as well. You get to continue your passion in the sport.
Exactly.
And play your sport. You're not on a professional level, but that's okay because you're getting an education out of it.
Exactly.
Awesome.
And you're not the only one on this team who's from another country. You're international. You got a few players on this team. Talk a little bit about those people. I know we got some from Mexico. We got some from Venezuela. I don't know if we have any others from Brazil.
Yes, we do have another one from Brazil. We have one from England.
England.
We have South Africa. So we're a very diverse team, Yes, and
incredibly eclectic.
I think that's one of the reasons why we get along so well, because we are coming from different places, so we end up being our support,
Right.
like just making sure that the other one is doing the right thing and going on the right path.
Going back to talking about the tennis team together, what is y'all's kind of overall driving force this year? I mean, what do y'all want to accomplish this year? What do you want to leave behind?
So we actually just changed conferences, and our
conference.
Yes, and our conference now is a little bit tougher than last semester, but we also have a tougher team. So we know we can do great things this semester, and our biggest goal is to make it to conference and do it as good as possible in the tournament.
I mean, it's a good year for every sport team this year as a UTPB Falcon, and you guys are just trying to put your spot up there too.
Exactly,
you're trying to make a name for yourself this year as well.
That's right.
It's your senior year as well, and it's time you want to leave a little bit of legacy behind, right?
Yeah, I'm working for it very hard, Our team is already, that, like you said, we're just trying to get our name there and show to everybody that our team is growing. Like my experience here in these past 4 years, I've seen each year the team getting better and better. And this is definitely the best team we have since my first year. The regional ranking just came up today, and 2 of our guys are actually ranked. Jordan and Raul are ranked number 9 in doubles, and Raul ranked number 9 in singles. So as you can see, our team is only getting better and better, and we'll show them how good we are.
Tell me a little bit about your game day ritual. What's that like? How do you start a day that it's games coming up that day.
Okay, just to, like you said, my ritual actually starts the day before, when you have the match, like you're always trying to get your mind straight, thinking about the game. So the night before, just make sure go to bed early, eating healthy, waking up, having a good breakfast, and like I said, always thinking about the game and keeping your mind focused. Right before the game, I usually like to take some time for myself and put my headphones on, listen a little bit to music, keep thinking about the game that's about to start,
Yeah. What kind of music do you listen to? You got a special playlist, or tell me about that?
I do. I usually like to listen to electronic music, more like EDM style. And I do have a few playlists on Spotify that are the ones that I listen to. And the one that I listen right before my match is called Mix Sounds.
Mix Sounds.
So you're the type of athlete that likes to get his heart kind of racing before.
Exactly, yeah.
You like to get amped up.
And tell me about the game, the actual game. Is there something that you cannot get onto that court without?
Okay, there's one thing that I usually do not go in the court.
Besides the tennis ring, we know.
Yeah, there's one thing that I usually do not go.
Of course.
That's kind of an important part.
Yeah.
Without,
Yes.
I usually don't go in a court without a towel. A towel for me is very important during the match. When the game, everything gets heated and you're in that intensity, you get sweaty. And so like if the racket gets slippery, I have to have that towel there to make sure I can dry my hands. And I also like to use my towel to take my time when I need, So if I'm in a very nervous moment of the game, or I always go back on the fence where I have my towel, make sure I take my time, take a deep breath, and then go back to the game with my full potential.
All right, Falcon fans, Jefember Villila here, also known as Jeff. I'm here with the female tennis captain for Fernanda Orona.
Yes, hello. Thanks for your invitation.
Cool. Good to have you on. So, Fernanda, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Mexico.
And what part of Mexico?
I'm from Durango, Mexico, which is in the north.
So we see that there's a lot of internationals on the team, right?
Yes.
And how do you think that helps?
I think it helps us a lot. We have girls from 4 different countries, which I think is amazing because they're all always bringing like diversity to our team. We have different personalities, different game styles. I don't know. I just love it having diversity in our team. I think it makes us unique. A unique team because we have different things going on every day.
What is the biggest difference between playing in Durango and playing here in West Texas?
I would say the biggest difference is the competition. Yeah, the level is totally different. Which here we have more competition than back in Durango, Mexico, and I just love it because that makes me be a better player. Because you cannot just skip practice or you have to take it serious. So I just love having competition because it makes me want to be the best person I could be, And yeah, it is a huge difference. But I also love it, and I feel we have a lot of support from our coaches and from all the people here in the school. And I just love it because they make us feel like a real athlete, and it makes you like your motivation to keep going. Like, okay, I'm representing this school, and I also, I want to do great for my Falcons, and it's just amazing, like the energy when you're playing and everything.
And you told me a little bit earlier, you tell me you are a competitor, so I imagine you don't like losing.
Oh, yeah. I am really competitive. I'm always, who doesn't like win? Yeah.
A natural athlete would always want to win.
Yes, totally.
So we were talking a little bit earlier about your journey here from Durango, Mexico, and
yes,
some of the things, it really caught my attention because you told me that you actually got an offer from a university in Mexico
yes,
around the same time that you became a YouTube sensation. from a YouTube video that you put out. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, when I was a senior in high school, my tennis coach back then told me, you know what, you should just make a YouTube video and see what happened. And I was like, okay, I wasn't really sure about it, but I was like, okay, why not, But as I told you before, back then I already had an offer for this school in Mexico. And then all of a sudden I plugged this video on YouTube. And then like 2 weeks later, like a week later, when I checked my email, I started getting offers from different coaches here in the States. And it was just like a shock for me, I wasn't expecting that, of course. And it was like, I would say this been the hardest decision I ever did. Because, it was not just picking a different school, it was everything. And I remember me asking my parents for their advice, and they were like, just follow your dreams and do whatever you think is going to make you happy. And back then I was 17 years old. So I honestly have no idea what did I really want, So I remember me talking to my parents one night, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm really going for this. Because my freshman year I played for a school in North Carolina. So, my parents just told me, okay, just do it, but just think about you're going to go to a different country, to a different culture, the different weather, you're going to be really far away, and then it's going to be snow, and I was like, okay. And then, what else? Back then my English was not that good, so that was also like a huge barrier for me to come to States, because I had to take exams, I have to take SAT, the TOEFL, my transcripts, and then at the same time I was doing Skype interviews with these coaches, and it was a challenge for me. But honestly, if you ask me right now, I don't know why I was thinking back then, because I'll say nothing. I just went with the flow,
Just follow.
Yeah, I just followed.
Who was your role model in starting to play tennis?
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, definitely. He is still my biggest role model, and of course I was always copying him, everything that he was doing. If he was trying a different sport, I even tried soccer, I remember, because of him. And then when he fell in love with tennis, I fell in love too, and he was like my coach for my first year, because when I just started playing tennis, because I remember I was really, really bad, and none of the girls on my country club wanted to hit with me, so he started playing with me, and I just feel tennis and it's still like a really important part of my family, because of, it's not only a sport. This sport means a lot for me and my personal life. Because of tennis, my family got the opportunity to get closer. We all four find something that we love, and I remember, and I still remember those Sundays on my country club with my family. Me and my brother versus my mom and my dad. So that was definitely quality time. Well, one fun fact: I could never beat my dad. I don't know. He will always get into my head.
He showed you that mental fortitude. That's what it takes. But looking forward to next year, you're gonna become a senior, and how does that feel? How what are some of the things that the team is looking forward to, or you are looking forward to as a senior?
As you mentioned, this season is almost over, so we're kind of still wanted to finish strong, but at the same time, looking forward next season and next this coming fall. So we're definitely looking to make it to the conference tournament, and we also trying to get a regional ranking. We did it once before, and I think we have a really strong
chance to
make it. And now that you mentioned, I'm gonna be a senior next year, and I don't know, that's kind of hard to say it, but at the same time I'm really excited, because I enjoy it every time that I get to play, and represent UTPB. So it's gonna be a really I'll say amazing year and emotional at the same time, because I'm gonna be closing this part of my life, tennis, and I don't know. Now that I think about it, it's kind of sad, because as I told you, I've been playing tennis for 12 years, so I cannot imagine my life without it. So I think I'm gonna have to find a different passion, like a different sport. I don't know.
Or who knows, you might go into coaching tennis.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes.
Cool. So, Fernanda, it was a pleasure meeting you and having you on the show. Awesome to hear and get more detail about the day in the life of a tennis player. Sending it back to Angel Garcia on the ones and twos.
As always, great show, guys. Now, here's Stephanie Galindo with what's coming up this week in Falcon Sports.
Good morning, everyone. I hope all is well in your world and your weekend has started off on the right foot. We've got a much more chill week when it comes to sports, but you can bet the fire has not died down from the amazing streak of W's Falcon Sports has been bringing home. Now let's get you up to speed with this week's download, and we hope that you can come out, get loud, and show some Falcon spirit. Today, this Saturday, the 25th, softball will slide into eastern New Mexico for a 1 p.m. afternoon showdown. Sunday, the 26th, our UTPB baseball guys take on number 7 ranked Colorado School of Mines here at home on the Diamond for a doubleheader at 1 and 3 p.m. These will surely be games you do not want to miss. So bless up, guys, and good luck. Fast forwarding to Tuesday, the 28th, Falcon Baseball will visit number 9 ranked Abilene Christian on their home turf in Abilene at 6:30 p.m. Now, Abilene Christian will be a worthy adversary as they are a Division I school. So good luck, guys, and play hard.
This is a MyFalconRadio production. To keep up to date on what is going on, you can follow MyFalconRadio on all social media platforms at MyFalconRadio. Or if you would like to contact us, you can email us at myfalconradio@gmail.com. We will see you next week.